I know this dude didn't just roll back on YouTube and say hi after not uploading for like 6 months. Yep, that's exactly what I'm about to do. So, a bunch of stuff to talk about. I actually almost let a big milestone pass by without talking about it this year. We'll talk about that now because apparently I've been on YouTube for 10 years. What the heck? And I got a bunch to say about that. And also, I've been getting a bunch of messages about yeah, that thing I did where I deleted all of my YouTube videos after saying that I wouldn't do it, but I did it anyway. Where do we even start? Let's see. Let's talk about the deleted YouTube videos. Okay, so it's all of it's gone. All of it is gone, and a bunch of people were messaging me and trying to figure out, yo, Montgomery, what happened? I enjoy all of your content from previous years, the last 10 years of content. Sometimes I go back and watch it. Well, I deleted it for myself and for the algorithm. I needed a big long break from YouTube, and I mean a big long break from social media, Twitch, YouTube. I took a break from all of it, almost permanently. But there are some things that I'm interested in that make me want to participate. But I think for my own health and the fact that maybe it's just time to let it go, even after saying I wouldn't do it, I decided to just get rid of all of it. This is hard to talk about. Well, I think the thing about it is, I think we made some amazing content. I appreciate you guys always being on this channel. I appreciate all the support I've had on this channel over the last 10 years. There are tons of things that I would never, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would totally do it all over again. I would never want to see those things not happen in my life. And I enjoyed making all that content. Well, some of it, about 30% of it. And it's been a blast, man. And I think the smart thing would be to just leave it up, right? And I know what you guys are saying, just leave it up archived. Well, no, I cannot, for two reasons. Number one, the problem with the WF community, I'm never going to say that word on my channel again because of algorithm, which we'll talk about too. The problem with the WF community is that while some people will say, well, you're moving on, you don't really want to talk about it anymore, you don't want to do that anymore, so it's okay if it's archived because it's fine, it's archived. But there's a large portion of the WF community that you guys don't interact with that will not interact with archived Warframe content that way. Well, where they're constantly saying, where is it? They're either going to say, where is that content? I want to see it, which I'm okay with those people, or they're going to want to flame because that content is gone, and I don't want to interact with that either way, right? So I've decided to nuke it completely. It's completely gone. It doesn't exist. Maybe one day I'll archive it elsewhere, but as far as my channel, what makes me happy and what I want to do as a content creator, if you guys want to participate in that, I've decided to just go my own way and completely part ways with all of that WF content. Will I be covering WF in the future? I doubt it. I mean, but nothing's impossible. Will I be covering, what's the new game? SF in the future? Maybe. Probably not. We'll see. But overall, I deleted it. Like I said, I know a bunch of you guys have been asking, where's that content? There's so many memories. I'm so sorry. Sometimes you just have to let things go. And I'm not the only one. I went and I checked around, and there are about 4 or 5 WF old school content creators who not only stopped, but just nuked it. And I'm telling you, it's hard to see it from the perspective of someone who has made it because you're consuming it. But from the perspective of someone who's made it and made it for so long, made that content, man, sometimes you just got to delete it. It's like deleting an ex's number. It's a fresh start. So that's on that part. But the algorithm, right? I decided that for a month, I was not going to participate on YouTube. I was going to delete that stuff because I talked to someone from YouTube, and what I was told, and was a tough pill to swallow, was that the way the algorithm worked on YouTube is that those videos and that content would always be a barrier between me and some of the stuff I wanted to do, and breaking that barrier would be nearly impossible. I asked, hey, if I deleted all my previous content, would that help? And their words were maybe. So to me, even if it's 1%, it's a chance I'll take because I love making videos. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I super super love. Like, I don't think you understand. I adore recording, editing, working on graphics. It is my life passion. And for me, the shackles of the algorithm saying you cannot do that unless it's WF. For me, after a decade of my life, you guys gotta understand. How old were you 10 years ago? From my perspective, I look at how old I was 10 years ago and I go, whoa, that's another part of my life. I'm barely that person anymore. I need to unshackle myself from this, to move forward. And it's just, it had to be done. All right, now that that's out the way, I've explained myself. The 10 years on YouTube thing, whoa, I'm actually in shock. My first WF content, almost said the bad word, my first WF content was way back in March of 2013. So we haven't really hit 10 years on that. But my first YouTube content was way before that. It was in, I believe, December or November of 2012. So we've actually been here for 10 years. And I wrote down a bunch of stuff, like almost like interviewing myself, if you're interested in that, right? So the first thing I'm thinking is like, what was it like to be on YouTube? Honestly, it's great. Like, waking up in the morning and doing the thing you like to do, no matter what that thing is. I don't think it has to be YouTube, but I like doing YouTube. So waking up in the morning and doing something that I like doing, I enjoyed it. Totally great for that. What did I learn from YouTube? I think the biggest lesson from YouTube, if you ever want to do this, is just be yourself. And that's why I deleted all that WF, because that's not me at all. I think a lot of it is me, but I think what it is isn't me. I think I love more nerdy stuff. Now, I know Warframe's nerdy. Whoa, let me calm down there. I love a lot more nerdy stuff, comic books and movies and stuff like that. And I'm a little more into that. I want to get more into anime, but maybe not right now. But the nerdier stuff I love has nothing to do with what WF is doing right now. So good luck to them. The best thing about YouTube, I think the best thing about YouTube is where other platforms kind of suck, like Twitch, is that if I make things that people are interested in, people can find those things. So if I'm interested in, say, comic books, and I start ranting about my favorite comic books and comic books I don't like and, things that people should read, people can find that and be interested in that, right? And that's the great thing about YouTube. It connects people that do things to people who are interested in those things, and you can share it. And that's what makes YouTube great. The worst thing about YouTube, negativity. I think even in that WF situation, and that's another reason I wanted to get far, far away from that, is because even when people think they're being positive, they're being negative in the name of positivity. And I didn't want to be anywhere around that anymore. And I think to me, that's the absolute worst thing about YouTube, or any social media in general. It's not just YouTube, is that people typically think they're doing the world some big favor with their negativity, and they're not. They end up pushing people away. They end up making a jerk out of themselves. And in all of my experience, it isn't really with YouTube. It's more with niche communities. When you get super, super niche, especially something like WF, is that the nicheness of it, people become protective of it. People become defensive of it. They want to defend what's going on there, and they make themselves worse people in the name of doing something that they think is right. And I think that's been my worst experience. I don't ever want to relive that. So I'll just try to stay positive and stay interested in the things I'm interested in. Would I recommend anyone ever be a YouTuber? Not really. If you're thinking about being a YouTuber, make sure it's for the right reasons. Don't go into it for money. That is not going to be it for you. I think you should do things, if you're in it, if you want to make money, there are better ways in life to make money than YouTube. So don't do it for that reason. But if you are like a ball of energy that wants to explode, with things that you're interested in, and like there's something you're super interested in, be it politics or comedy or something, right? And it's all in this ball and it's about to explode, and you just got to get that out into the world, then yes, I think being on YouTube is for you, because you need to vent that and you need to share that with other people. But if you just want to make money and that type of stuff, I don't recommend it. Unless you're a crazy person and you just like to chase money, then sure, do whatever you want to do. And finally, what does the future hold for this channel? I know we've talked about this a billion times over. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. The only thing I do know, and I got some great advice from someone who really, really cares about me, was like, bro, just go upload. Don't worry about it. And that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I'm not pigeonholing myself in anything. I love comic books and stuff like that, and Marvel and DC, kind of. I mean, Marvel's better than DC, be honest with yourself. Bro, calm down. I'm kidding, bro. Relax. But those are the things I'm interested in, and maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do something else. But the other stuff's all gone, and I apologize for it. Non-negotiable. If you guys want me to archive it somewhere someday, maybe, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. And I think myself, I'll throw some names out there. I know I removed all mine. I know Quiet Shallow, you guys may know her by name. She removed all her WF stuff. DK removed all his stuff. And like I said, not just stopped. You know, these are groups of people who deleted it all. There's another guy, you don't know him by name, but he was around, a guy named Cole. I think he deleted his stuff. I used to watch him all the time. Look, man, sometimes people move on, and sometimes you don't want to walk in glue. And I know that, you know, it's nice glue, and people like that glue, and there's nothing wrong with that glue. But sometimes the person who's deepest in it, their legs are tired, and they're just like, I don't want to walk through glue anymore. I'd rather just move to a new apartment, right? So that's what's been going on. I miss you guys. And if you're interested in the things I'm interested in, cool, stick around. But otherwise, man, we're just chilling here, by the way. Good to talk to you guys again. I can't wait to read some of the comments. Later.